What's up, everybody? Welcome to Small Business Saturday. Clearly, I am not Bernie Alilla, your host. My name is Casey Quinn. Our whole team is out at Service World Expo in Kentucky right now as Lance gears up for his presentation. He's got Bernie and the whole squad out at the expo. Over these past 68 episodes, we have given you so much content relating to your digital marketing as a small business, what you could be doing online to grow your business and win, outpace the competition. But one thing we really haven't talked about is developing that solid company culture and acquiring new talent. So with that, I am pleased to introduce today's guest on Small Business Saturday, Mr. TJ Butler.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. Normally, I'm kind of behind the scenes. But before we get started, I do want to say happy early birthday, buddy.
Hey, happy early birthday to you too. TJ's birthday is actually tomorrow. Mine's on Monday, so we shall celebrate.
Yes.
So let's dive right into it because I know that you're heading up talent and culture here at 1SEO. You play the biggest role in recruiting new talent here and retaining talent, which is a lot of the issues that are going on in the professional realm. Can you talk about that real quick?
Sure. I think that we've seen, especially over the past 18 months, there's been a shortage on talent. And there's been a shortage of opportunity out there. But one of the biggest key things that people need to focus on is retaining quality talent. And what I mean by that is not just throwing a body in because you don't have enough staff. By doing that, you could really kill your culture,
Yeah, and can you talk about what culture really means? Because from someone on the outside looking in, it might be, okay, the food in the kitchen or the games that we have and the stuff that you see on social media every day. But that's not really what culture, at least to me, means. So can you explain what company culture means from the head of talent and culture?
Sure. So the easiest way to explain it would be it's not just checking a box, whether it's race, religion, culture. Okay, this person matches this box, and this box, so we should hire him. That's not the way it works. It's across all those boxes and then some. What does that person bring to the table? Is this person looking for a career or a job? Okay, there's a difference there. You want somebody that's looking for a long-term investment because if you're going to invest in that person, and you want that person to invest into your company. Okay, so that's the initial key aspect of culture that you really want to look for when you're looking for individuals.
So within your role, what are some of the things that you're doing here to continuously build the culture? Because I've been here for almost 3 years at this point, and I've seen a shift in the culture. I've seen the culture get better here since I started. So, and I know that you've had a very active role in that culture. So can you explain to me some of the things that we've done here?
Sure.
That other small businesses that are watching this right now should implement on their side?
Of course. So you and I think you started 2019, I started 2018 sometime. Yep. Right after our 10-year anniversary, we realized that, with having almost 500 different customers, it was a challenge to make sure that, let's say, a dozen or so SEO or PPC members could manage those 500 or so customers. So what we did was we broke apart that whole concept of the siloed departments, and we instead created digital marketing teams. Each team consisted of a few different digital marketers with a few different specialties. Each team would manage anywhere from 50 to 150 accounts. And everybody brought their own individual aspect of digital marketing in, but each individual person had a stake in all 50 to 150 clients, which we in turn saw an increase in communication and an increase in retention across our employee base as well.
And I think that people are just working more efficiently out there too, because they are tight-knit. They're sitting together. Because I remember when I started, I was on the content team, and it was just content altogether. And prior to coming in-house, it was just cranking out content all day long, right? Now I feel like these teams, and I'm a little envious. I'm a little envious of these teams because they do have fun together, and they do have their own personalities. They're their own nations, if you will.
Yeah.
And they're all working together for this global good, right? And they have their team days, like we've had. What was it? Team Andrew had the new day.
Yes.
The breakfast day, right?
Yeah. So we did. Everybody kind of dressed up to emphasize the theme of that team's day, and we actually did breakfast for lunch. We reached out to one of the local restaurants here, and we brought in a full breakfast spread for the entire team.
It's a pancake party, right?
Yes. And then in July, we wound up doing a cookout for Red, White, and Blue for Diana's team. And then we've got a few other surprises coming up in October and November.
Very cool. Very cool. And like I said, it just seems like they're having a lot of fun together. So breaking out of that traditional departmental structure to bring people together, and it seems like they're more invested. Like they honestly, truly care about their core clients. Like they are responsible for this client's success. It's not just doing the work just to do the work. It's they have something vested in it.
Yeah, and I think that really takes it a step forward to your culture. When your people care just as much and they treat the clients like family, it's because their company treats them like family. You treat your employees like just a number, your turnover is just going to keep on increasing and increasing and increasing. You know, not only do we do these team days as well, but we also invest in our employees. We invest in their education. We do company trainings weekly as well as monthly. I know different departments do their own in-department training as well, and different teams will focus on small micro trainings to make sure that everybody is getting the personal development that they need.
Yeah, and another thing that I do really love is that we celebrate even the smallest wins here, right? Mm-hmm. You hear claps erupt out on the floor every so often from the teams, and that could be a successful website launch. That could be a campaign that finally turned the corner, something that wasn't working. They finally hit that pace, and they're making moves for the clients now. But it's also like on the company calls every Friday. Like we take that time every single week for everybody to be together. Cameras are on, people on Zoom, people in person, and we'll get back to that, the hybrid structure. Sure. Because you have to be flexible in this day and age now, right? Mm-hmm. But it's celebrating, like if someone gets a review and we shout them out, it's like, hey, more often than not, you're the employee. You don't even know that this client left you a Google review shouting you out, but we want that to be known. We want everybody to know that Kathy did a great job, or that Nick is killing it, or whoever it might be. And it's just like you could be happy at work. Like you could have fun at work. It's okay.
Yeah. I think that's one of the things that I really like that's come out of COVID with One SEO is our company call. We're able to really take and focus on the teams and the employees themselves to make sure that they are kind of celebrated, like you said, with those individual wins, whether it be a review. We talk about their birthdays, we talk about their anniversaries, but we'll also talk about promotions as well. We'll talk about client successes that teams have had. You'll have directors giving shout outs for individual team members. And most of the times, those team members don't know that shout out may be coming. And it's really cool to see kind of like somebody digitally blush, if you will. Yeah. Especially all the reactions that we'll see during the Zoom call. Every Friday, it can be a little bit grinding to get up at 8:45 and jump on that call. But when I jump on that call to lead it every Friday, I want to make sure that everybody knows going into this is our time to celebrate our company. And this is how we're going to continue to grow. It's all about the building blocks. It's all about making our culture better.
And it's also a great place because I know we're constantly hiring, right? Mm-hmm. It's a great place for new employees to get introduced to everyone, because obviously, like we were just talking about, we have that hybrid schedule that we're working off of. You're not going to get to interact with everyone. You might feel a little awkward when you come in. And that can honestly be a big reason why people fall off, is just because they feel like isolated from the group. So how do you help break those initial stigmas and barriers down when new employees come into the company, and make sure they feel welcome, make sure that they feel part of the crew, and then kind of just hit the ground running?
Yeah, so first and foremost, when somebody joins One SEO, you walk into our office. I mean, we've got enough room here for 150 employees. But since the beginning of COVID, we've never been full. We've never been more than a third of that. What we've done is we've instituted a hybrid schedule. So basically, we only ever have about 50 or so employees in at a time, which basically means people are working about 3 days a week and then the other 2 days remote. But what I'll make sure is that everybody on their team reaches out to that individual throughout the week, and I'll also make sure that the director will have, if not in-person meetings, we'll have Zoom meetings with that individual. So at least by the time Friday rolls around and they see that, Brady Bunch board of faces that we see on Zoom, they'll make sure that they at least have a few faces that they recognize. So that's the other reason why I always make sure on Fridays, I'm like, hey, guys, turn on your Zoom camera and make sure everybody knows they can see who you are.
No one cares about your bedhead. It's all right.
No.
It's fine. So before we part ways with everyone on this Saturday, what would be some final advice that you would give to small businesses right now that are not only having trouble recruiting new talent, but retaining that talent?
So I would say first and foremost, focus on quality rather than quantity. The quality, because otherwise you're just going to keep on hiring and firing, hiring and firing, hiring and firing. Quality is key, okay? Even if you have to wait, whether it be a few weeks, a few days, or even a month or so, the right person will come along. That's first and foremost. Secondly, don't sacrifice your culture just because you're having a tough time with business currently. You start to do that, you'll start to see your numbers drop down.
Okay, and thank you so much. So everybody, that is your Small Business Saturday for this week. Be sure you're focusing on your talent, your culture, and growing your business. If you have any questions about any of these things, please reach out to myself. TJ would be happy to take a call from you, help you with this stuff. And until next time, take care, everybody.
Take care.